how much of this pit boss can you stand? Ask yourself, how much of this real isms does Pit Boss got to give them? How many directions? How many angles can I rip these demons apart? Are you ready for some truth serum? Can you handle the truth? Because if you can handle the truth, then God damn it, you're at the right show. The truth ain't hard to bear. You know, Pit Boss gonna give it to you straight, no chaser. Where my haters at? Come on, haters. Y'all usually the first in the building. Oh, yeah. It's the double combo. It's that Boule-ism out of 125th Street, Harlem I'm after. Some old Lost Nigga Productions type nigga told me, Sonetta 1. Oh, simple-minded, my nigga. Can't see the forest for the trees type shit. If views make you the winner, the nigga the rap game winning. Nigga, Eminem is the motherfucking winner. He the coldest motherfucking rapper since he got all the motherfucking views. If that's what make you the winner. But to me, my nigga, the truth is the motherfucking winner. I don't give a fuck if ain't but one person heard it. That's that one motherfucker winning. Y'all know how Pitt do it. I stand on this motherfucker by myself. I let you niggas follow Israel doctrine down a dispensational tunnel. Warp back around through Lex Vortex as he supersize your shit. You niggas fucking with a bisexual type nigga Lex Vortex around this motherfuckers. You crazy? Can't fuck with Pit Boss. I got all the heat rocks. Don't matter how many motherfuckers listen to my show. I'm rolling in the true light around this motherfucker. Yes, sir. I got some video footage for you. Let's get into some of this Satanism that binds you. Let's get into this black magic that put your ass in mental slavery, economic slavery, and physical slavery. Nigga, they did a job on you niggas. I ain't here to make you like me. I'm here to rattle shake your subconscious. I'm here to vibrate the vibranium in your motherfucking cranium. Fucking around with the truth, nigga. Truth don't take no prisoners. Get it how you live.
Okay, we are on our way to the downtown public library of Los Angeles. Why are we going to the library? I'm going to tell you why. I, like many people, am a huge fan of the numerous YouTube videos dedicated to the Illuminati, because I'm a sucker for red and neon green fonts against a black background. That being said, we are going to the downtown public library because it is a monument to all the symbolism, all the occultism, all the Illuminati-ish that you could ever hope for, thanks to two people Bertram Goodhue, the architect, and Lee Laurie, the sculptor. Bertram Goodhue was an infamous architect who did a number of very high-profile public projects. One of them that is most of note is Rockefeller Chapel at the University of Chicago. Don't forget the name Rockefeller, is going to become important in a little bit. Lee Laurie was his partner on a number of these projects. One of his most infamous works is Rockefeller Center, which has as one of its central pieces the infamous Atlas sculpture. Both of these guys are both associated with one name that will be repeated over and over again in every Illuminati video that you watch: Rockefeller. Why is it that Rockefeller, Lee Laurie, and Bertram Goodhue are all wrapped up in these Illuminati theories? Well, it's because all of them were Freemasons. The Freemasons were and still are today a group of individuals who many claim are behind the New World Order. Jay-Z may or may not be one of them. We'll get into that one at a later date. So the Freemasons are a civic organization, and their official literature is going to tell you that they are vehemently against talking about both politics and God. And as a result of this belief in not wanting to talk about God, they ascribe to a belief in one person or one spiritual force, which is known as the Great Architect. According to them, this is their version of happy holidays, right? This is their version of being able to talk about spirituality in a way that does not ascribe to any particular religious tenet. However, those who are a little bit more conspiracy-minded think that when they are referring to the Great Architect, they are actually referring to something a little bit more sinister, and in this case, something more Luciferian. The reason why people believe this is because there's actually a name that the Freemasons give to this Great Architect, and that name is Jebulon. Jebulon is an amalgamation or an amalgam of three deities' names from the ancient Middle Eastern world. Those three are going to be Jah, which is short for Yahweh, Baal, which we're going to get into in a second, and the last one is An. An is the ancient name for Osiris, who, you may or may not recall, is the ancient Egyptian god of death and the underworld. Baal is also really important for our story. He's the second guy, because Baal eventually becomes the Christian version of Beelzebub. See a pattern? So, the Freemasons are all praying to this dude named Jebulon, who is an amalgamation of three different Middle Eastern deities, two of them who we automatically associate with the underworld. It's going to raise a couple of eyebrows. The other thing that people refer to when they talk about the occultist theories regarding the Freemasons is the fact that many of their members have historically ascribed to a belief in Luciferianism. I know that word might scare a lot of people, but give it 1 second. Lucifer in this context is not the same thing as Satan. Lucifer and Luciferianism was not a belief in Satanism. They're actually kind of opposing ideologies, opposing beliefs. This person wasn't going to let me go. Luciferianism and Lucifer is a belief system that sees Lucifer in the role of the bringer of light, that's what Lucifer means, as an enlightening force. And so a lot of 19th century intellectuals, including Bertram Goodhue and Lee Laurie, believe that Luciferianism and that Lucifer would symbolize the ability for people to become more intellectual, to become more enlightened. A lot of these thinkers in the 19th century thought that the God of the Bible was attempting to keep people in perpetual ignorance in order to be able to control them. They saw Lucifer as being a symbol of man being able to better himself. One story from the Bible that they refer to very often is the story of Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, when they get cast from the garden, it's because they eat the apple, but the apple is from a very particular tree. It's from the tree of knowledge. According to this belief system, according to this ideology, people who are trying to better themselves are actually a little bit more Luciferian. So it only makes sense that the downtown public library of Los Angeles, built by individuals already operating under this assumption that enlightenment and education are going to be more ascribed to the devil, would then create a building full of secret symbols that are related to the occult and specifically to Lucifer. So we're going to check out all of those things right now. The Luciferian symbolism starts off right at the main entrance of the library. Over the main entrance, you see two large figures. On the left, Phosphor, and on the right, Vesper. Phosphor is the ancient Greek name for the morning star, and Vesper the ancient Greek name for the evening star. Both of these stars are actually a planet. That planet is Venus. Venus, however, is in Latin Lucifer. So these two statues over here, both representations of Lucifer. Around the corner over to the historically main entrance of the library, there are a number of statues that are visible, as well as an interesting quote. Wisdom is the ripest fruit, that's important, of much reflection. This is important for us to look at because fruit in this context could be referring to the fruit of the garden, which was from the tree of knowledge. Actually seeing the building and all of the symbols in here is kind of hard to deny the fact that, yeah, they probably were Luciferians. Behind me over here, you see right in the center of the building, there is on top a torch, which many people refer to as being Lucifer's torch. And you see the names that are down below. It's Homer and Milton. These two are really important. Homer writes Odyssey, which is about man's journey as an allegory for their ability to be able to become intellectual and to be able to become more enlightened. Milton writes Paradise Lost, which is a 17th century classic work, which is talking about Satan's temptation of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and their subsequent eating of that juicy apple. Okay, no shit. Someone with an apple right outside the library. The third of the four total entrances in the library is not as ornate as its brothers and sisters are. However, we make up for all of that going into the rotunda of the library. The murals that you see surrounding are painted by Dean Cornwell, who decided to use the topic of civilization for his piece. However, the real showstopper here is the actual chandelier that we will be seeing in just 1 second. What people forget about the chandelier is that it's beautiful. However, it is a world that is lit up. And again, according to Luciferians, Lucifer, the bearer of light, is who lights the world. Alright, so I'm a little giddy right now because all this shit is really cool. Right behind me over here is the Luciferian torch. The reason why we associate this torch with Luciferianism is because Luciferians, they usually refer to their process as being Luciferians as the search for light. So behind me over here, this golden hand reaching up the torch is probably one of the most quintessential symbols of Luciferianism. Leading the rotunda, we see two sphinxes. Both of these sphinxes are carrying books which contain quotes from Plutarch's Morals, also known as On Isis and Osiris. The name Osiris might ring a bell. That's because it is part of the amalgam for the great architect. On is an ancient Middle Eastern word for Osiris. The quotes are also telling. The left sphinx's quote is, I am all that was and is to be, and no man hath lifted up my veil. Creepy. The right sphinx's quote is therefore the desire of truth, especially of that which concerns the gods, is itself a yearning after divinity. This is basically a one-sentence retelling of the Adam and Eve allegory, which again is central to Luciferianism. The Statue of Civilization, which stands in the middle, is also super important because it holds a book of quotes. These quotes all basically say, keep on learning and listen to Black Sabbath. In the very center on the first floor, we will also find an 8-pointed star, also known as the Star of Ishtar. Ishtar, not a household name yet, is the ancient Mesopotamian version of Venus. Venus, again, is Lucifer. There is also a fourth entryway. You may remember that we've only gone through 3 of them. The fourth one is closed off to the public. It is no longer accessible because of the renovation that was done at the library. However, it is the second entrance after the entrance to the Mark Tabor Auditorium. The quote says, love of the beautiful illumines the world. This is an obvious allusion to Lucifer, as he was both known as the most beautiful angel as well as the illuminator of the world. Okay, so $1 million question. Is the Los Angeles Central Library affiliated with the adults? Before I came here, I would have told you no way, but now that I'm here, I think so. I think that the designers of this library basically constructed this to be a temple to Luciferianism. There is a very clear thesis statement to this piece, this architectural project, trying to unite the theories and the philosophies of the East with the West, and to assert a new, intellectual, enlightened Luciferian global consciousness, and that is read throughout this entire building. So, regardless of whether or not you believe in the possibility of this place being a Luciferian temple, it's still a pretty cool place to visit here in Los Angeles, and the architecture is definitely worth a gander. Stalin, say like and subscribe.
Now, you motherfuckers can't fuck with me. Ain't no truth in you niggas. You niggas is in line with the Los Angeles Public Library and the satanic Jews that constructed it. You don't want me to get to them names of them dudes that he said was the designer and the sculptor. You don't want to go back into their history. They fucking with Ishtar, the god of Venus. You niggas don't talk real knowledge about shit. You niggas paint this shit over with a black face. You niggas running around with the star of Ishtar. You niggas act like you don't want to be connected, like Osiris ain't got shit to do with the Luciferians. They know their father, and you are of your father, the devil. The devil. That's who the fuck your daddy is. Because you niggas oppose me for exposing you to the shit they built this country on. You don't walk in the middle of Los Angeles and throw up a goddamn temple dedicated to Lucifer without getting past the masters who run shit in this country. Unless they approve that shit. And they was happy to approve this shit. This was funded by the Luciferian state, by the Luciferian taxpayers, by you niggas, the ancient Kemetics, and you Hebrew Israelites too. As we already have shown, the Hebrew Israelites are in direct reflection of C.I. Scofield and his Hebrew Zionism. You don't want me to go that route, do you? You don't really want me to go that route, do you? So we got some low-level niggas in the chat room. I'm going to let y'all get off in the chat room for this show because, you know, I understand I'm invoking the demons. So have fun. Talk your shit. Speak your speech, demon. Let me know that you present so I can get my motherfucking genie bottle out and trap you niggas in the bottle. Come on in the room. I ain't going to block you. I'm going to let you play. I'm going to let the chat room be the devil's playground for a show. Because you know you niggas are scared as a motherfucker when I'm live. You niggas go run to that dislike button because I can't see you over there. But I see your podcast in the chat room. Y'all niggas mad. If I drop that link, you niggas ain't gonna hit it. If you want to hit the link, nigga, put a 1 in the chat room. Let me know you want to come face this danger. Danger, danger. Beware strangers. See, I didn't make that video up. I didn't build that library. I didn't put them Luciferian signs up in there. I didn't drop Osiris in the middle of that library. The demonic did it. That's what put your punk ass in slavery. That's who runs shit. The people who build these cities, they run shit. But you don't know about them, do you? You think it's a game. You don't know about them. I start unloading the real shit on y'all asses. You're going to be upset. Let's go a little deeper. Let's take you unfortunate slaves down some more history. Why not? I'm going to do this pro bono because I know you demonic niggas ain't going to support this channel because you just can't stand it. Y'all ain't going to let me on Sinetta. You ain't going to let me on Black Magick. Nella coughing up in this motherfucker. But you know what, though? You got to admit, you love the way Pitbull's lying through this shit. You be trying to figure out, where does he come up with all this shit? How does he know what to pull up and when? Off the dome. How? What? Huh? Ha, ha. Let's get into some shit. Y'all remember our guy, John Hagee, founder and chairman of the Christian United for Israel, at the podium during the group's 2007 National Convention. This is the Israel lobby in the United States. These are the people who control the puppets in DC. Nigga got on the call with me and told me Trump don't matter. That's some white shit because he's clogged and fogged in his brain and he don't really want to connect these dots. This nigga spent 100 days under Israel doctrine teaching on YouTube and thought he was learning some shit. Or did he teach you about the Israel lobby? Did he connect that to your Satanism? Now, this is the reason why you niggas is running from the church. Because those Satanists entered the church and started teaching Christian Zionism and the white Jesus with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. And you niggas got frightened. Now let's find out who they are and what they really believe. The Israel lobby, at the times called the Zionist lobby, is a diverse coalition of those individuals and or as groups seek to influence foreign, I'm trying to blow this up and read at the same time, foreign policy of the United States in support of Israel or the policies of the government of Israel. The lobby consists of secular Christians and Jewish American individuals and groups. The largest pro-Israel lobby group is the Christians United for Israel. See, that's double speak. You read that and you think a Christian is a Christian, but this particular kind of Christian is a Zionist. And Christian Zionists are not Christians of the Bible. They are a Jewish creation. They are a C.I. Scofield Hebrew Israelite flip on the narrative of the gospel. The American Israel Public Affairs Committee, the AIPAC, is a leading organization within the lobby, speaking on behalf of the coalition of American Jewish groups. Well, you don't want to fuck with me. The Christian Zionist William Eugene Blackstone, George Bush, biblical scholar and Christian restorationist, United States Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis. Let's get all these motherfuckers on here real quick. Any and everybody. Pro-Israel representatives from Brigham Young University met with LT Governor Gray R. Hubbard. This is the Jews in Washington. They are the most powerfulest lobby in Washington, the richest lobby in Washington. And this is why every U.S. president must go to Israel and put on a small cap and bow to the wall. This is why the Hebrew Israelites out of New Jew City preach that they got to go back to Israel and claim the land, because they believe that somewhere in the Bible that this land was for the Israelites of the 12 tribes. So a whole group of them went over there to Dimona, Israel, came on Israel Doctrine Show talking about they Hebrew Zionists. And in order to become a citizen of Israel, they had to join the Israeli army and fight for the Zionists, blow up Palestine, interject missiles into Syria. Y'all don't want to fuck with me, man. Y'all got lightweight information. Your shit doesn't apply past New Jew City that you live in, nigga. This shit is small time. That shit y'all niggas is talking on a major screen. The reason why you niggas is blowing up is because the Jews make sure your shit go big. And they make sure Pitt Boss don't get no airplay. Real niggas can't get no airplay because these bitch niggas taking shit up all day. I remember when Ice Cube first came out. They wouldn't let that nigga on the radio because he was talking that gangster shit. Nigga had to kick in the door, wave the fofo, and tell these motherfuckers this gangster evermore. And then the Jews figured out, wait a minute. Let's let that gangster shit in. We could corrupt 100 generations with that shit. And goddamn, I'm glad they set it off. Gangsterism hit rap under Jewish control. Turned you niggas into fake Crips and fake Bloods everywhere. Second generation niggas without the codes. Niggas start producing lollipop gangsters out of New York City. You bitch ass niggas. Y'all always come with the most bullshit shit that can be developed. Falls out of your motherfucking town. I'ma drill you niggas. Cause don't none of my motherfucking homies give a fuck about no New York niggas. So come fuck with me so I can introduce you to them. That ain't every nigga from New York though. That's just these bitch niggas y'all put on TV. All them real niggas, they know better than to get online with these bitch ass niggas. That's why I don't know real niggas come on Cybernetic TV. It's always these funny ass niggas fucking each other. Now let's get down to the history. A Christian belief, that's a Christian Zionist belief, in the return of Jews to the Holy Land has its roots in the U.S., which predate both establishment of the Zionist movement and the establishment of Israel. Lobbying by these groups to influence the U.S. government in ways similar to Zionist ideology dates back to the 19th century. In 1844, Christian restorationist George Bush, a professor of Hebrew at New Jew University, and distantly related to the Bush political family. Nigga, that's how deep the rabbit hole go. Nigga. Published a book entitled The Valley of Vision, or The Dry Bones of Israel Revived. In it, he denounced the throttledom of oppression, which has so long ground them, the Jews, to the dust, and the Jews to the land of Israel, where the bulk would be converted to Christianity, Zionist Christianity. This, according to Bush, would benefit not only the Jews, but all of mankind, forming a link of communication between humanity and Satan that they call God. It will blaze in notoriety. It will flash a splendid demonstration upon kindreds and tongues of the truth. The book sold about 1 million copies in the antebellum period. The Black Stone Memorial of 1891 was also a significant Christian Zionist restoration petition effort led by William Eugene Blackstone to persuade President Benjamin Harris to pressure the Ottoman Sultan for the delivery of Palestine to the Jews. If you go watch that movie, what's that movie? The Lawrence of Arabia. Boy, that motherfucking movie is cold in its symbolism. That movie represents that very thing, that very pressure of the Ottoman Sultan for the deliverance of Palestine to the Jews. They duplicated that message in the movie Lawrence of Arabia. Go back and watch your movie, you satanic motherfucking Hebrews and goddamn Kemetics. Now, don't think I ain't your brother because I'm willing to bust your ass up on this motherfucker. I'm just your brother with the harsh lesson in line. I'm just your brother that's gonna sock your ass up for being punks and sissies. Homosexuals in a robe. Homosexuals in a leather outfit. Punks and sissies. Fuck with me. Now, starting in 1914, the involvement of Louis Brandeis and his band of American Zionists made Jewish Zionism a force on the American scene for the first time. Under his leadership, it had increased tenfold, and about 200,000 as the chairs of the American Provisional Executive Committee for the General Zionist Affairs. Brandeis raised millions of dollars to relieve Jewish suffering in war-torn Europe, and from the time became a financial center of the world Zionist movement. The British Balfour Declaration of 1917 additionally advanced the Zionist movement and gave it official legitimacy. The U.S. Congress passed the first joint resolution starting its support for the homeland in Palestine for the Jewish people on September 21st, 1922. Don't fuck with me if you don't know your history. Don't come over here talking about that Bible some bullshit. Nigga, you following Christian Zionism. You ain't following that Pan-African shit from Booker T. You ain't following that black nationalism, nigga, from Nat Turner. You ain't following the abolitionist movement. You following this shit. You've been converted into a literary philosopher. You've been converted to an entertainer, a cooning and buffooning tap dance jazz musician. You've been turned into a black activist. You ain't an economic freedom fighter. You're a socialist integrationist. You can't fuck with me, man. You niggas need to give it up. Give it smooth in a motherfucker. Give it up. I'm going to dig off in your ass. Because it ain't nothing about your paradigm we could find connected to this motherfucking shit going on in Washington, D.C. Come show me the satanic Christians and what the fuck they did by fixing the Bible to convert that motherfucker and put your ass in slavery. Because all I'm going to show you is black magic being thrown on your bitch ass while they conform Christian Zionism, satanic doctrine on your ass to turn you into an Afrocentric, Kemetic, satanic, white person with a black face and black skin talking that Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, fuck a nigga bullshit. And y'all niggas hate me. Because I don't give a fuck to tell you this shit. It is what it is. I didn't make it up. It was there when I got here. I was instructed to look at this by some PhD Pan-African organizers on a Christian Booker T. Garvey level. Why you niggas fuck with them Kemetic satanic devils that taught your bitch ass the red, the black, and the green for you sissies and you punks. I mean, you punks with an O. Better stop fucking with the real nigga. You get chewed the fuck up. We only fucking around with nigga a few videos and a motherfucking Wikipedia page, nigga, and you niggas is already lost in the motherfucking sauce. Let me turn this shit off. I'm going way too hard. I'm giving up way too much for free. You niggas ain't ready. I could give you niggas death from above, but I'm gonna be gentle. Because I know you niggas ain't ready. I know y'all ain't ready. Y'all niggas love to come in and down like the real, because it ain't no real in you. Y'all niggas is lost. Pit boss keep going deeper and deeper. I go deeper and deeper. And y'all ain't got no comeback. Y'all ain't got zero comeback for this shit. I'm gonna have to pull out Ayn Rand. I'm gonna have to pull her back out because y'all done forgot. Y'all have forgotten the real deal, Holyfield. Y'all don't understand the connections between this shit. Y'all forgotten. How deep this rabbit hole goes. You've forgotten who taught your Afrocentric leaders. You forgot who is teaching Afrocentricity and building libraries based on it in Los Angeles 100 years before goddamn Dr. Ben showed up. Y'all take me to some Christian shit based on Luciferianism. And make sure it ain't connected to the Christian Zionists. Or else you just be taking me to Luciferianism. All you motherfuckers from Venus. Y'all don't have a clue, man. Y'all don't understand. You just not gonna go deep as me because the truth ain't in you. You got bamboozled by the church, bamboozled by black atheists, bamboozled by Kemetic Afrocentristic niggas in blackface. Bamboozled. And now y'all mad at me. Because I won't give in to that bullshit. Because I know you niggas are satanic. You're following objectivism and altruism. You niggas cannot find no truth. You have no truth in you. And therefore, all you can do is get your game up in a digital pit boss chat room. Look at these bitches in my chat room crying. Get in the fucking chat room and cry, nigga. Today is your only day I'm gonna let it ride. All you low-level niggas distracted by everything. Y'all can't fuck with me, man. Y'all niggas go on your channel and you ain't talking about shit. You talking about the next motherfucking nigga on YouTube. I ain't mentioned nobody on YouTube, nigga. I'm talking straight facts. And you niggas can't handle no facts.
Capitalize your philosophy. What is Randism?
First of all, I do not call it Randism, and I don't like that name. I call it objectivism.
All right.
Meaning a philosophy based on objective reality. Now, let me explain it as briefly as I can. First, my philosophy is based on the concept that reality exists as an objective absolute. That man's mind, reason, is his means of perceiving it. And that man needs a rational morality. I am primarily the creator of a new code of morality, which has so far been believed impossible, namely, a morality not based on faith.
On faith.
Not on faith, not on arbitrary whim, not on emotion, not on arbitrary edict, mystical or social, but on reason, a morality which can be proved by means of logic, which can be demonstrated to be true and necessary.
All right. All right.
Now, may I define what my morality is?
All right.
Because this is merely an introduction. My morality is based on man's life as a standard of value. And since man's mind is his basic means of survival, I hold that if man wants to live on earth and to live as a human being, he has to hold reason as an absolute, by which I mean that he has to hold reason as his only guide to action, and that he must live by the independent judgment of his own mind, that his highest moral purpose is the achievement of his own happiness, and that he must not force other people nor accept their right to force him, that each man must live as an end in himself and follow his own rational self-interest.
May I interrupt now?
You may.
Because you put this philosophy to work in your novel Atlas Shrugged.
Right?
You demonstrate it in human terms in your novel Atlas Shrugged. And let me start by quoting from a review of this novel Atlas Shrugged that appeared in Newsweek. It said that you are out to destroy almost every edifice in the contemporary American way of life, our Judeo-Christian religion, our modified government-regulated capitalism, our rule by the majority will. Other reviews have said that you scorn churches and the concept of God. Are these accurate criticisms?
Yes, I agree with the facts, but not the estimate of this criticism. Namely, if I am challenging the base of all these institutions, I'm challenging the moral code of altruism, the precept that man's moral duty is to live for others, that man must sacrifice himself to others, which is the present day morality.
What do you mean by sacrifice himself?
Y'all know you can't fuck with me. Objectivism and Ranism. Fuck if she like it or not. That's who you niggas is. That's what you niggas is following. And as you already know, Pit boss will only bust your shit up. You cannot fuck with what I'm on. You see how this? Let me show you this, nigga. Let me show you this shit. Let me show you this shit. Let me let some of this shit in there. You see this nigga I1 with his Kemetic RBG satanic logo? These them niggas I'm talking about. This nigga believe Ayn Rand is the real deal. These is the slaves I'm talking about. That type of nigga. Let me go. Let me show y'all a little closer because, you know, I know you're going to see this later, but I want you to see it now. I want you to understand who I'm trying to wake the fuck up. The woke. I'm trying to wake the woke up. These niggas with the RBG Kemetic logos that then hijacked the Christian Pan-African paradigm and turned it satanic. And these type of niggas think Ayn Rand is the realest. Ain't that a bitch? These them niggas. I'm trying to wake the fuck up from their awokenness. These is the niggas that woke up to the fact they're in slavery. I'm trying to wake these niggas up again. I'm the digital pit boss. Realest motherfucker in it.